Hey, are you a homeowner in 2023 looking to potentially put your home on the market for sale and kind of see how things shape up for the first quarter going into 2023? Now that we've reached the end of 2022, I got 5 key things that every prospective home seller need to keep in mind as things begin to level off and then we head into the 2023 year. Number 1, being able to understand your why. If it's a reason that you may be kind of on the fence whether you should sell or whether you shouldn't, you may want to just kind of sit on a home just a little while longer in determining what it is you want to do in terms of your options. Now, for those that are committed in terms of selling, you need more space, you're downsizing, you're relocating. These are some things that is something, no question, that you're going to do. Looking at what your neighbor did 12 months ago, 8 months ago, 2 years ago, a year ago in terms of trying to see, can you get that price that your neighbor got, is probably unlikely for you to be able to get that specific price. Now, the trailing data does have some importance, but it's only a snapshot in time. So beside the why, being able to understand that the true value of your home is going to be based on how the current market perceives it, and in addition to the data all around the condition, of course, location and amenities. And as a home seller, there are things that you hadn't thought about in the last 36 months that you must bring to bear, and that's in consideration in terms of being able to see how can you assist the buyer potentially in being able to acquire your home. Now, with that being said, we're talking about seller concessions. Now, seller concessions are back to a degree where it's going to make sense for the buyer as well as the seller. But aside from that, homes are still selling without seller concessions. They're also homes selling really fast. And of course, there are homes that are sitting on the market longer. As of right now, the average home, depending on the neighborhood, is sitting on the market anywhere between 40 to about 45 days. And in some cases, in some neighborhoods, I mean, it's still less than a week, less than a month. So with that being said, it's the critical number 3 for you to be able to sit down with a real estate professional, and if you so choose, multiple real estate professionals, because what you want to do is try to ensure that the team member, which is a real estate agent that you're going to work with, is going to be able to help you get to the finish line, doing what it is you need to do in ample amount of time to be able to get it done. And with that being said, number 4, as a homeowner, you have to deal with the reality of the market. No different than real estate professionals. And what I mean by that is that the market is going to determine the price point that you came to bear with. Is it in alignment to the actual market response to it in a demand, supply and demand? With that being said, the market's going to tell you a few things. Number 1, are you priced right based on the condition, location, amenities, and everything that encompasses the price point that you have? Number 2, based on the activity, online and physical, in addition to how many offers are coming in within the first week and 2 weeks of you putting a home on the market. If those things are trailing, then you have to consider one or two things, either doing something to the home aesthetically or being able to make a price adjustments. Now, the aesthetic part of it is a whole nother chapter in and of itself, because as a homeowner, you can put X amount of dollars into a home, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee on the backside you're going to get that return on that investment. So that's something to consider. On the other hand, being able to make a price adjustments is going to put you and keep you consistently in alignment to where you should be based on the days on the market, based on the activity. Now, every homeowner has a drop dead number. And that number, of course, is confidential as it should be between you and your listing agent to make sure that, you know, this is the baseline number I'm going to go to. But until we reach that number and the market is giving us the feedback that's going to warrant these adjustments, then that's something that we have to consider. So with that being said, a quick recap, being able to understand your why, understanding what brings you to the marketplace to begin with, and also being able to price it right and teaming up with the right professional. And last but not least, being able to have a real plan going into it and being able to have an exit coming out of it. And what I mean by that specifically is that when you're dealing with being able to put your home on the market and you're understanding your why, that's going to charter the course in terms of the time frame and the things that you want to take into consideration in order to be able to get a deal done, and the concession that you're going to make, in addition to the type of marketing in terms of aggression that you want to put into the marketplace as well. Thank you for stopping by. Free consultation, no cost, no obligation. Terrence Hill, a real estate consultant. Thank you.